audience is waiting.
はい。一般社団法人国際生命意識協会代表理事の金井レミです。それからワンネスインスティテュートの、代表の金井です。今日は、私はフィンランドの、東のパートにいます。ノコスキというところで、そして、ビラースピリットというですね、素敵な、場所に来ています。でそこに、フィンランド人のお友達たちと、一緒に来てます。で、これからインタビューをお届けするんですけど、神経心理学者のアヌ・トロネンさんです。彼女は、私の講座に何年か前に来て、くれてですね、で、とても熱心に学んでくれています。そして、彼女自身は、もともとその研究所でその研究をしていらしたんですけど、今は、ご自分で、クリニックを開いて、で、トラウマ専門のですね心理療法士として、開業されています。でその中で、患者さんたちが、経験することや、彼女自身が経験することも含めてなんですけど、スピリチュアルなそしてメタフィジカルな学びの必要性を感じて、熱心に学んでくださっています。彼女に今日はお話を聞きたいと思います。Hello.
Hello.
So now I'd like to ask you to tell about yourself.
So my name is Anu Tolonen. I'm a clinical neuropsychologist, and I've worked with traumatic brain injuries about 25 years as neuropsychologist. It means that I have a master's degree of psychology, and then I have specialized in neurology, which takes about 4.5 years in Finland to specialize in clinical neuropsychology. It's neurochemistry and radiology and neurology and psychiatry and different kinds of fields of neurology. So I treat and rehabilitate these people, and nowadays I have my private practice in Helsinki, Finland.
Wow, yeah, thank you. Very interesting. Yeah. So, can you talk about your profession mission? How you work with your patients daily? Like, and how do you interact with them, and then how do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Run your clinic. Yeah.
So these patients come to rehabilitation, neuropsychological rehabilitation to my practice, and I meet them about 2 to 5 years, maybe once a week or twice a month. And I talk about what traumatic brain injury means and how to cope with that, and find some compensation methods and different kind to cope with the injury symptoms into daily life. I also meet their family, and I cooperate with the workers, like employers, and also insurance companies, and this kind of the payers, so to say. And I kind of coach them to live with their traumatic brain injury and how to get a new attitude with changed brain. They have problems in memory, they are tired, they can't concentrate as they used to. They might have some emotional changes after the brain injury, and also executive functions might be different. So it's a huge thing to cope with a different brain.
So in your practice, what made you follow that path of metaphysical studies?
Yeah. I've been quite sensitive since a child, and I've had some experiences about this world that you can't see. And also my parents, especially my mother, was a kind of a precognition dreamer. So it wasn't that unfamiliar to me to understand something about this world that we can't see. And I've had also patients that talk about near-death experiences, and I've learned about it a lot. And I've been really interested about healing and getting better. and I've read many books that are not actually psychology but more like metaphysical science or metaphysical knowledge. So I couldn't find all the answers in classical psychology or neurology, which is quite concrete and quite not so deep and in many levels. So I tried to seek some answers in metaphysical knowledge, and it has helped me a lot, because many of these patients have different experiences and they need to talk about it, and they need somebody to talk with them with the safety.
Also understanding.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And in safe place, because this traditional neurology doesn't understand that too much. Neither does psychiatry. So there's a huge need for deeper understanding about these things also in medical field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really feel so, and I understand what you are saying totally.
Yes.
Yes. And so you were as a psychologist, you see many patients in a day, and you said you have been working 25
Yes.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long
It's a long
time. Yeah. Okay. So I don't remember when, but a few years ago. Yeah, I think I met you.
Yes.
And you came to one of the event, maybe.
Yeah, event and a course also.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But was it the first time at the event?
Yes.
Was it reading?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay. So what made you decide to come to the event for the first time?
Okay, I wanted to learn more about metaphysical things and also get some kind of confirmation or strengthening my knowledge about it, and also get some tools for me also in my own life and also as a professional person to to use these things and these abilities.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a great experience and very touching also, because I felt I got very much kind of confirmation about it, that I'm on the right path and I can use these things. And what I was already thinking about those things, so it got confirmation. It's very important, because you can't talk so much about these things in my professional areas with my colleagues. There are not too many colleagues to talk with about these things.
What were the changes that you have experienced afterwards?
Yeah, as a professional, I've found that I'm using more my abilities, and also I'm more, conscious about them. And when I talk with my patient with words, as we do, so I find it very important to see the level behind the words, because that's where the things are happening. And when I can more in a more conscious way to see that way, so it helps to connect with the patients better. So I get to understand the patient better, and also he or she feels that we have a great connection, and that the situation that healing can occur. It's very healing, actually, for both of us, also for the patient, but also for me. And it's happening both ways, I think. And it's very there's a lot of grace, and there is a lot of mercy also. And the healing happens when there is mercy, and the trust that I have with this unknown, unseen level, and the guides that are there. So it's very delicate and beautiful situation. And my work has become more light, more deep at the same time. So it's a lot of fun also for me. It's very interesting. And I see things happening with patients that, for example, if I have a case that the patient is kind of angry about what's happened to her or him in the accident or something, and we can't go on with discussion, so I often ground myself and ask for guidance, and just don't think anymore I don't try to use words, but I kind of tune into a higher level. So very nice things happen then. It always helps, and the patients, you know, they go on, they get better. Yeah.
Reminds me of one psychiatric doctor. Told me that after a healing session with me, and also the courses, he learned with me that his patients started talking differently, and after many years of hospitalization, that they became much better suddenly, and they left hospital. It happens like this, and this is not a miracle from my point of view, because I think this happens to you also, and this happens to the psychiatric doctor, that his consciousness and energy has changed, his emotions changed, and everything changed, so that the interaction changed.
That's
the
right.
energy, you know, going there and here changed.
That's right.
So result should change. So that is, I think it sounds logical. I think
logical.
It's matter of of course. So I'm so happy also that you say that, and this is like this happens with more grace and mercy. And a beautiful thing could happen. And,
that's right.
And that cannot be done only with words, I guess.
That's right. It's not enough.
And also you have this trust with patients, not only with patients, but with the this connection and the relation. Also he has got the relation connection, and you have got the connection, and we are all connected.
That's right.
So it's like a best thing could happen when you trust, and you know, the patient would be in the trustful moment that easily make them open their heart.
That's right.
And healing could happen.
That's right.
Also they are relaxed, right? In this trustful atmosphere.
That's right.
That they can trust and that they can be relaxed. And when people are relaxed, the healing can happen.
That's right.
Easily.
That's right.
I'm
it's
so
beautiful.
happy. That's beautiful. I'm so happy that you know, your work become lighter yet deeper.
I'm too. It's really a new job actually. Almost.
Do you have moments like you feel like a teary because of this joyful?
It does feel sometimes, or pretty often it's a bliss even, and I feel touched about the healing that I see in the patients. It doesn't mean that the traumatic brain injury is gone, but they do have symptoms, but they are healed in some other way that is even more important, if I can say that way. And they say even for me that I might have these symptoms, but I feel like more healed than before the accident. It's amazing. And they might say that I found some new things in my life that are so important, and maybe I couldn't have found them without the accident. That's amazing.
I always feel like an incident and those kind of things, and like a traumatic event, even of course daily illnesses and those kind of things could be like a sign and a chance to change something in life. And in the end it turned out to be something greater.
That's right. That's what I meant. Exactly. Exactly.
So I think it's also amazing that you could bring that kind of awareness together with your patients, and that they, you know, they can feel it, they can learn it, and they can be aware of it themselves. Because of this sharing the healing together.
It's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Wow, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. As a profession, do you see the value to learn with me, not me as a person, but with this metaphysical understanding and a oneness consciousness, do you see the value or importance as a profession?
Yes, I see it very important, and I think it's the main thing in healing and getting better to understand this kind of level that we are souls with a body, and we have to learn something else that only this concrete three-dimensional world. So I think it's very important to me, and I really do wish that in a professional field we could learn more about these things, and combine this information that we have. That it wouldn't be so separated, but I think it's happening, but slowly.
Slowly.
yeah, but it does. Yeah.
Yes, I think so too. It's like when I speak with those people who have illness and diseases, it's like they could ask like, what else can I do? I'm doing this treatment and things at hospital. What else can I do? And that information helped them a lot.
Yes.
To heal the life itself, not only the symptom, but to heal the life, and also direct and adjust their life to the better. Yeah. So I think this is real. Holistic way to treat people and direct ourselves into like a living fullest of our life. And then maybe and probably it sounds a bit extreme, but maybe you can live with the illness or the something. That could be that you have chosen to have to learn something deeper and more in life, but because of changing of view and point of view, then you can live differently. And as your patient said, so they can find more importance and the value of life. And why they live and why they had this situation, because to aware of something else as well. It's like a whole integrated life they can have. So that's really, I think, very beautiful and very important that there are somebody who can, guide or let them know that this is the way. Also the choice. This is a choice, but there are many beautiful choices. So it's like our role to open up those
those
choices.
possibilities.
Possibilities.
That's right. And it's a delicate thing to talk about it with the patients, because some patients won't accept those ideas, and I'm not offering them. I'm very delicate about the thing, but some people do understand that maybe this is something more behind this. And I can learn something very important through this thing that is very challenging or causes suffering. So it's a very sophisticated way. It should be to talk about it with the patients.
Also, as previously you said that as a professional psychologist, you need to be ready for patients to open up any kind of conversation and experiences.
That's right.
So that's quite important for you to also know and be ready.
I do have to understand all the phenomena, or at least many of those, to be ready to talk about those things with the patients. And many do have some experiences after the injuries, and like I said, near-death experiences, but also kind of opening experiences after the injury. So they might be almost like psychic after the injury. That happens.
Different person.
It's interesting, and maybe sometimes people or patients might be a bit scared about it because it's a new thing for them. But I just have to be comforting them and saying that it's not a psychiatric illness. It's it's a gift for you, and you might cope with it, and you might develop with it. You may learn about it.
noticed that in Japan also, but
Yeah.
in any other countries like and I have visiting Finland, Switzerland, and those other European countries.
Yeah.
The people are a bit afraid of being judged by
Yeah,
others
that's
when
right.
it comes to this
Yeah.
field. You know, when they open up conversation like this, some people react very strongly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I think people are more in need of those places
Yeah.
and the people who could listen to them
Yes.
without having this big
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
And then this is a matter of actually cause, and then this is very natural
Yes.
for us because we
Yes.
are, as you said, we are not only the physical
Yes.
being, that we are the energetical
Yes.
being before
Yes.
physical being.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that we wear those physical body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our essence is more like in energy
Yeah.
and consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we belong to metaphysical field,
Mhm.
but as a human being, we belong to physical world.
Yes.
So we are both, sided.
Yeah.
And then by understanding this kind of this is our essence,
Mhm.
and this is what we are.
Mhm.
So this is about also to see ourselves as the broader
Mhm.
sense,
Mhm.
and that is very important to see life not only this is the end of
Mhm.
life,
Mhm.
but then this continues,
Mhm.
and we all grow
Mm.
more and more,
Mhm.
and becoming into the closer to
Mhm.
the oneness.
Mhm.
So from that point of view, we do not get disappointed,
Mhm.
and we become happier
Mhm.
and more acceptable,
Mhm.
and more resilient as well.
Mhm. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it's very important for us to be healthy
Mhm.
in physical,
Mhm.
emotional, psychological,
Mhm.
spiritual
Mhm.
aspect, and then when they are balanced,
Mhm.
that we reach that the total harmonious
Yeah.
kind of state.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so it doesn't mean that you have no problem in
Mhm.
life,
Yes.
but your attitude would be different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your capability
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
how to deal with those things
Yes.
would be different.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is also the value.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that we have those like a life skill.
Mhm.
I think.
And also the trust that we
Yeah.
are safe and
Mhm.
everything is okay and
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't seem always that
Mhm.
way in everyday living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and we are all in guided in some way.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
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 Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Do you have any message or the idea that you want to share with the world or with the audience?
Well, I think about healing. What is the
Mhm.
most interesting thing
Yeah.
for me as a professional?
Mhm.
So it all starts about accepting now
Mhm.
what's happening now,
Yeah.
and also reaching
Mhm.
the mercy and
Mhm.
also the grace.
Mm.
And after that, everything begins to fall
Mm.
in right place.
Mhm.
So that's my golden rule in my
Mhm.
practice.
Yeah.
Accept now, and
Mhm.
then finding mercy and grace,
Mm.
and then everything starts to
Mhm.
flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the difference or the benefit of value that you work with me or what you learn with me
Mhm.
in the classes?
Yeah.
In classes.
I learned to practice my skills a lot better and to be more sensitive about them and getting use of them in my everyday living and also as a professional, and confirming the things that I had already thought about. So it was very important to get this confirmation for things, and also opening up more, as we're doing this channeling practice, for example. So it was surprisingly easy. It was all there. It wasn't that very complicated or hard. So it was very, very uplifting and very encouraging to find those things yeah, it's very important to practice them.
Yeah, yeah, practice is very important.
Yeah.
And as you practice, as you confident,
Yes,
you
that's
become
right.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Yes.
you learn to separate things.
Mhm.
What's my mind and what
Yeah.
is intuition and what's coming outside.
Yeah.
So it's very important.
Yeah. So you enjoy learning.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
It was a changing experience.
Yeah.
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 And also healing experience for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Remy. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very happy
Me
to
too.
hear that you experience those blissful moments and
Yes.
the lighter, deeper, the life meaning,
Yeah.
and also the experiences with patients,
Yeah.
and more like lively,
Yeah.
and more heartful,
Yeah.
and more soulful,
Yeah.
and many openings
Yeah.
you can see within patients.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.